What's up, YouTube? So today we're going to be playing some Brawl on Arena. Since I've been getting back into recording videos, I figured I might as well, since I usually play this anyways. Throw it up here. I'll probably be doing this every Monday. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. So I'll probably be recording another Magic video every Monday for the stream. If you're a fan of Brawl, more limited, then make sure to check out the other videos. Well, let's get into the deck tech here real quickly. I'm not going to go over the whole thing, just basically the commander and some of the more interesting cards we've got in here. Alright, so we've got this as our commander. It's Hamza Might of the Yathan. It's 5 CMC, white, black, and green. Whenever a creature you control is turned face up, it endures X, where X is that creature's toughness. This part is not really relevant for us. I mean, it definitely does boost the power of the cards we're getting, but it doesn't really matter that much. The important part is the second ability, which is whenever a land you control enters, seek a creature card and manifest it. That means put it face down on the battlefield as a 2/2, and then we can turn it face up for its mana cost. The rest of the cards in here are mostly just a bunch of landfall things. We got Bristly Bill. We've got, you know, our life gain combos, Lotus Cobra, the good stuff, Roaring Earth, Ride the Shoe Pup, Scythe Cat, you know, Tifa, fucking, got Fertilid in here, you know, the normal stuff, Mossborn, obviously. One of the things that we have in here that's not standard for this type of deck is Cryptolith, right? This turns all of our face down creatures and our tokens that we're getting from our enchantments to mana production, which can help us either accelerate early game or even, like, you know, close out the game by turning over some face down creatures. Got an Evolution Sage, Scoot Swarm. We also got the Sandman alternate card here. Main reason we're running this is just because it has the ability to come back from the graveyard with a land, so it's another way for us to recycle lands. Got the Tireless combo. We also run a bunch of land, like graveyard land interactions, so we can spam those like sack lands back out onto the battlefield and stuff like that. Got Elven Chorus, which is basically the same thing as Cryptolith, right? But it also allows us to cast spells from the top of our library. Mythweaver Pock is an arena exclusive card that copies any land the first time you put a land onto the battlefield. If you have a interaction that allows you to put down 5 lands at one time, it'll copy all 5 of those. So it's pretty good in that scenario. We're not really utilizing that, but we can still utilize it fairly well with our Seek lands. So we can put down a Seek land, it'll copy itself, and then we can also use that Seek land in our opponent's turn to get double lands. So pretty good. This is one of our infinites, so pseudo infinite, not truly infinite, but basically what this will do is whenever we play a face down, it'll search a land, and then that'll play another face down because of our commander. So it just goes in a loop like that until it's basically pulled out every single basic land, or until we decide to stop it. Like I said, it's not really an infinite, but it's essentially an infinite. Asaya, Soul of the Wild, does the same thing, but doesn't search out lands. It just spams the board with creatures. Asaya, Asaya is a little bit more risky because, you know, board wipes exist. And we can't stop this one, so it'll just pull out every creature in the deck automatically. So it's a little bit of a you either win or you lose kind of situation. And then we just got a couple of things in here. We got Eudora in here just in case, you know, some of our creatures die. We can put them back as forest. And then we've got a bunch of our top end is basically just, you know, weird landfall shit. In terms of lands, we're running a full set of cycle lands, the planets. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Obviously, we've got our search lands down here. I think these are probably the best search lands. I don't really like running Evolved Wilds so I like running Shire Terrors because it lets us choose when we need to use it as a, you know, just normal land and still curve out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So, that being over with, now we'll actually try to get into a game here. Oh boy. Surely we can outspeed this deck, right? Well, this does help. But yeah, I mean, maybe. Definitely gonna be close. He starts getting crazy amounts of fucking artifacts on the field really quickly, then we might be cooked either way. Pretty much just depends on how our opponent curves out here. We're going for a turn 3 heap harvest, probably. Okay, well, I don't care that much about that, so. Nah, we should ramp. We should do it. And threads around every corner. Holy shit, that's a big thing to manifest. We almost got the mana to flip it even. Man, we do have the mana to flip it. What the hell is this? I know what that is. Whenever one or more creatures attack, put a will counter on this hand. Remove 2 from the artifact. Exile another target. Non-land permanent. What the fuck, bro? That is busted. No, I'm not doing. I'm not blocking here because then he'll just get a card. I mean, I would get a card too, but I'm not that scared of 4 damage. I'll lose the life, I suppose. Oh, look at that. It's a good thing I fucking lost that life. Just gonna ramp out here real quickly. Well, this is basically the combo of the deck. The shenanigans that we can get into. We know our opponent's running board wave, so we do need to be somewhat careful here. We'll call it here. Just in case our opponent has some kind of bullshit going on when they board wipe us. We still managed to get a shitload of land, so. You didn't see that interaction coming, that's for sure. Well, he doesn't have a board wipe, because if he did, he would have just used it instead of doing that. Painful. Take action. Yeah, sure. It's a much better card to be having on top. What the fuck is our mana coming from? Where do we have 2 mana sitting? Oh shit, our cards are all fucking lands, right? Dirt. Forgot about that. Leave that on top. And yep. Is it an oops? And sack heap harvest. You get a land and trigger Mythweaver Pock twice. Okay. He's really looking for that destruction. Looking for that fucking board wipe. Well, he can use this to exile Shia, but I can also just okay. And that doesn't matter. I can replay it. That's not a Cyclonic Rift, buddy. Yeah, you're gonna need to get rid of Tifa. And that's game. As he realizes that I have way too much fucking damage on the board. Alrighty then. That's pretty much the deck, how it works. Play a couple more games. If we get lucky. When you're not running a whole bunch of oh my god, not Balloon, man. When you're not running a ton of interaction, you know, getting lucky is pretty much what you have to aim for. We can keep this. Scythe Cub is pretty much a win condition on its own. If it's not removed from the board, it will just win you the game. Especially if we get some kind of way to resummon shit from the graveyard. Whenever this creature dies, create a 1/1 black rat. Okay. I don't really care about that too much. Go ahead and get us a Scythe Cat. Our opponent might have a Shock or a Lightning Bolt or a Path of Exile or something. To be honest, that's not what I was expecting to see. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. And get a black mana, since that's the least common type in our whole deck, and then I'll swing at my opponent's face. And there's the surrender. Like I said, it's pretty much a win condition. Sure. It's pretty much a win condition if you don't remove it from the board. It'll just grow out of control, same as Mossborn Hydra. It's a little bit less powerful than Mossborn, obviously, because it doesn't just double every single time, but it's still pretty powerful. And coming down a turn earlier than Mossborn does give it a little bit more early game threat. Getting the double to go off isn't that hard, especially if you have search lands. Opponent is asleep at the wheel. God, he actually did something. I don't fucking believe it. We'll use this to get another green, since we have some double green cards in our deck that would love to have an extra green. Scoop Swarm is a win condition. And our opponent's playing dragons, so there's a good chance that it actually stays on the board. Not a great chance, mind you, but a chance. I mean, if they don't remove it, they die, so we'll see. Unless they can outspeed us. Scoop Swarm isn't the fastest thing in the world. Alright, basic non-land. Okay. Oops. Yeah, I don't have any non-basics there, friend. And get rid of you. Make sure to get another one. Cryptolitherite's about to be making us a fuck ton of mana. A little scary because we are definitely not going fast. Ooh. Interesting. That graveyard hate is actually not great for us. Yeah. Counterspell in red with no mana. What the fuck could you even do there? Oh, okay, you can do that. I'm sitting here like, brother, you ain't got no interaction, ain't no fucking way. Yes, I would very much like to seek a thing and put it on the field. There's a small chance he's got some kind of fucking board wipe, so we'll keep something in hand. But I'll go ahead and cycle this. Lamau. I'll cycle that one too. There we go. Some gas. I didn't get a spirit. So we can block. Holy shit, they're not flying spirits? Well, that's not great. Still a 3/3. But yeah, it's not as good as I thought it was gonna be. I'm so used to all spirits have fucking flying that I didn't think about it not even having flying. Well, our opponent does have a pretty big situation on his hands. Obviously, we'd love to see some kind of draw power coming out of our deck here. Or something that can actually close out the game very quickly. Once there any returns, you catch dragons away from your graveyard. Okay. Well, he did have enough to get rid of one of our Scoot Swarms. But unfortunately for him, we already had a second Scoot Swarm. He said, get that shit the fuck out of here. Oh, baby. That looks like gas to me. Go ahead and get another card out of our deck. Our opponent might just scoop here, realizing what we have going on. Or not. Flip this face up. He's quite the big boy. Quite the big boy. He's thick as fuck, boy. Swing on our commander, since he doesn't have any blockers except for his commander, which he's not going to use to block. Easy every time. Well, now he's got an option to get rid of our 9-14, or we're going to start playing lands from the graveyards. We got even more gas. Obviously, Siege Ship Agrarian is now able to tap for mana to give us lander tokens as well, which is pretty good. It's even more gas. Our opponent is not stabilizing, so they're probably going to die in a very quick fashion here. Yep. All gas, no brakes. That's what happens when your opponent doesn't have interaction. You usually do win the game with this deck. It's just a lot of people do run interaction, surprisingly. Alright, well, that's going to be it for the video for the day. If you like the video, leave a like. Comment below what your favorite commander for Brawl is. And I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe.